you recite a good pitch for a book or author to a top TV producer?
Whoa, a good pitch.
Yeah, just make something up. Like
Okay, I shall. It's like, are you about to kill yourself because the market went down 1,275 points today? Don't do it. No problem. We have the answer for you as to how you're going to get that all back and how. Don't let this worry you because it's all cyclical. And I have the expert who has actually made $5 billion last week. And he's going to teach your audience the 3 things that you have to do to survive this craziness. Boom. Now, what was that? This was taking a news story from today. Okay. And that's the most important thing, as we keep talking about, is that react to something that went on today and then solve a problem. It's because the producers and even the editors, they don't care about you or your book per se. They do care that you're an expert. And for all of you listening, the thousands of people on this call, as of today, you are an expert, okay? An expert at something, and claim that you are an expert. And that's what we are looking for as a producer, as an editor, as a publisher. I'm looking for an expert who can solve my problem. And the problem, it could be, sex, cooking, whatever it is. Now that obviously is a nonfiction hook. For someone who wrote a novel, we've talked about it. It's a slightly different, but that's what you have to do. React to what's in the news.
So you said in that brief moment that you pitched the book, you did so many good things. You did the topical thing, the news of the day. You cited the importance of it. The stakes were very high, solved the problem. And also in the middle, without even naming the book, you established the credibility of the author. $5 billion last week,
Right.
So it was all wrapped into that mini pitch that you made. Amazing, but you can do
Right.
that.
Now, of course, all of it's a lie, but I mean, when you do talk,
No, I want that book, honestly.
Yeah, no, the book is exactly. But then you have to be able to back it up with reality and the expertise. And the problem, I was a producer, someone says they're an expert, and then I do, the next thing that I'm going to do, and this is, what we were all talking about before, is as a producer, as an editor, as a literary agent, the next thing we're going to do is check you out. So again, the first thing we're going to do is do a Google search and see what comes up. And we're drumming this in your head every call, but you have to have a really great website, a personal one, business one, or it could be one melded in. You can have several URLs all going to one main website. But on that website, I'm going to see credibility. I want to see testimonials from people who say that you're incredible. I'd like to see some streaming video. If you're trying to get on TV, I want to see on TV. I want to see how good you are. And if you have books, let me know about those books. Let me see the reviews, have the links for them. But that's the first thing that we're going to do is just check you out and double check that you said you're an expert, but are you really that expert? And then we'll come back to you. And also the other part about that pitch was most important word is enthusiasm. Carrie, you have the same thing with Hollywood. Again, is they're looking for enthusiasm. If you're not fired up and if you're not enthusiastic as you're pitching it, then the producer isn't gonna get interested in you. So and again, there's a fine line where you don't want to come off as a crazy person, and be bouncing around, but you do want to have energy and enthusiasm. And lastly, it's like when you're on a TV show and they ask you a question or even a radio show, you're going to probably do a 30-second answer which sets the stage as to why you're an expert. But remember to take a beat and let the person who's interviewing you actually jump in and say something. Because if you just keep on going and going and going, then they're going to get pissed. So take a beat and let the interviewer, like I'm going to ask Gary, to jump in and ask another question.